Hi guys, welcome back to my video. This is my friend Dennis. He's also a photographer, and we were out shooting today because I needed some new content, and we kind of wanted to do a, what are we doing today? Well, it was, I'm taking photos of you, and then you're taking photos of me. And we also do the same pose, right?
Yes. Did about the same pose as with the same camera, same settings, whatnot, and just see how we edit each other's pictures.
Yeah.
Just see how two artists do it differently.
Yeah, so if you're interested in this video, just keep watching. Well, the setup that we had for this photo shoot is, as always, I have the Canon 6D and we have the 85mm lens. I wanted to have a little bit of a flash going on, so I brought the Flashpoint flash, but I wanted to add the newer Softbox on top of it, but it was too heavy. The Flashpoint flash could not handle it, so we just got rid of it and just solely relied on just the Flashpoint flash as itself on the little tripod. And yeah, from there we just pretty much started shooting. Is there anything you wanted to add? How was your experience with this?
It was great. First, after figuring out the flash of not falling on the ground,
yeah, exactly,
and catching it,
yeah,
just all the lighting. Just the lighting was perfect. We were lucky enough to find a perfect spot. Yes,
because it was golden hour. Like the sun was just coming in, and it was like hitting our faces perfectly.
And just a little bit of lighting from the side just made it absolutely perfect. And that's pretty much it. Like
it was a good day. Like there was like not too much wind happening,
but just enough to get that perfect shot.
It was a little bit of wind, so like we can get some hair flowing, but it wasn't anything. Hello? Uh-oh. It wasn't anything too intense that caused, too many issues. So overall, I think it was a pretty good shoot.
Yeah.
So as always, before I start a photo shoot, I always try to have at least 4 or 5 poses for each person or each model that's going to be in front of the camera, just because we want to have some base on starting the posing process. And typically I'll take these poses, and from there I'll put my own little spin on it, have the model do a little more interaction, kind of move around a little bit, so that way it's not very posed and feels unnatural. So as I'm going through, the things that I really like is something like this. I really like the pose on the right over here, because I think that this is something that a person like myself or someone like Dennis can do without appearing too feminine or too masculine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot the entire screen, and then I'll continue going through the entire screens and seeing which poses I like and which ones I don't like. That'll appeal for both of us. So the 2 photos that we had selected for the poses would be the image on the right over here, as well as this pose right here minus the Coke bottle. Now I think the reason why I picked these 2 photos was because I believed that these 2 poses could be the most natural and super candid without feeling very forced. And this kind of like with this pose specifically, it allows you to do something with the other hand. Obviously you have one of the hands leaning down onto the wall right over here, but then sometimes it's difficult to figure out what to do with the other hand. So kind of like putting it in your hair or maybe putting it in your pockets could be some type of variety that you could do to change the pose up a little bit. And then with this image, I think that this one is a really good one because it's just allowing you to just kind of still be a natural and like just not feel very posed. So overall, I think with the shoot, with these 2 inspirations, this was pretty successful. Since Dennis isn't here right now, he can't really explain his process that he had done with the photo, but since I am here, I'm going to explain pretty much everything that I see as a difference and just go through my process of what I've done with this photo. Now this is the straight out of camera shot, and obviously you could see that it's very, very dark, and as I was taking this photo I had realized that I liked the darkness of it and I wanted to make it very dark and mysterious. And this is the final shot that I had done and I had edited with. So with this, I had gone through it and I realize now that looking back on it, I can see that there's a lot of things that I don't like about it. I think especially around his hand and near the side of the face, I think it's way too bright. If I was going to look at this again and start editing it, I would bring the highlights back down, only because I think that it's too bright. As well as in the right corner right here, I think that this light is bringing in too much attention, and this can become a little bit distracting when you're looking at a photo. So what I would probably do going back through this process is just to make sure that the right hand side is a little darker, as well as bringing down the highlights in the hand and in the face. Now, I apologize about the quality because this is a photo that Dennis had sent through his phone and I just downloaded, so it's not the best quality, but what I do like about this photo is that he had brought up the shadows back up, and you can see a lot of detail in the jacket, and you can see a lot of detail in the clothing that he's wearing. And what I really like about this is that it's definitely a cooler toned photo than my photo. I think I typically tend to do warmer colors and warmer tones in my photos, and Dennis has a style of doing more colder photos. So what I had really liked when he sent me his version of the photo is that he had boosted the shadows back up, and I thought he had done a really good job. I guess one thing that I would also recommend is, since I was having that issue with the right corner still being too bright, I probably would have told him to bring it back down a little bit, or maybe add a vignette to make it less distracting. And then since I was looking at this photo, I decided to go back into Lightroom and continue editing my photo because I liked the shadows. Because I liked bringing the shadows back up so much, I decided to tweak it a little bit more and start fresh. So this was the final result of my photo. I like it because I think it does give a more grungy feel. I think I had reduced the highlights in the hand as well as the face a little bit more than I had done in the first version that I've done it, and I had brought back down the brightness in the right hand corner. And if you guys want a little more detail on how I edited this photo, I will have a video coming in the following week to kind of explain the whole process of what I did.
Sorry, I always leave myself a little bit of space so I can edit. So that concludes the end of this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. If you want to check out my profile, my information should be down below. And then, did you want to let everyone know?
Of course. If you want to see any of my work, and possibly if you want to get in contact with me, it's at Set the Stage Photography on Instagram. Perfect name. I absolutely love it.
He came up with it himself.
I came up. I was happy no one else was using it.
Yeah.
Go follow it. Go like it. Go contact me if you want to set something up, or contact her and we can do a dual shoot or whatnot.
Yeah.
If schedules match up.
That's a good idea.
But yes, go follow her. She's amazing. Check me out if you are semi-interested. Set the Stage Photography.